So what I'm doing is eating the fucking smart popcorn.
Love smart popcorn though.
Hmm.
It's so good.
It
So
really is. And then I also, just to have something sweet.
good. I'm done with you. Listen, I have like 10 to 15 stories that we are not going to get through.
Jesus.
Listen,
Hmm.
it's so easy to find like good Reddit stories that you want to read.
Yeah.
So, are you ready for these?
I mean, do we want to do the intro?
Oh,
We haven't even said like who we are.
I I'm really excited about this.
And like what episode this is. Like, like welcome back to, you're being too loud, episode 4.
And welcome back to You Are Being Too Loud, episode 4. I am your host, Taylor.
I'm your co-host DJ.
You sound so enthusiastic.
Dude, I just got done recording, or not recording, but streaming for 3.5, 4 hours.
That's on you.
And I'm going off of like not eating anything except for this
Popcorn?
because
Yeah,
of the
nobody
fact
told
that
you to
I
do that.
fast until 5 o'clock.
Nobody told you to do that.
I know this is my New Year's stuff, so that's why.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, as ready as I can be.
Okay. So, this post
Hmm.
originally was on Am I the Asshole? But it got taken down. However, before it got taken down, it was reposted to Am I the Devil? And basically, it's where people will like repost Am I the Asshole quotes. And then so it's like basically like the worst of the worst. Okay.
Yeah.
So, am I the asshole for not standing up for the weird girl in my class? There was a new girl in my class that I'll call Haley. For some reason, Haley wrote, I want to have sex on her school notebook. She didn't show it to the class, but she teased my friend by covering the book with her forearm. He ended up snatching the book and seeing what she wrote. He was shocked to say the least, and then his mom and my mom convinced us to tell them what Haley had written. They weren't pleased with what Haley had to say. Pretty soon, my friend group expressed that displeasure and talked smack about Haley in our group chats. They were There were a few good church kids in my school, and I wanted to maintain a good social standing with them. Due to this, I didn't stand up for Haley amid the bad things that were said about her. My guy friend had a rather uptight mother, and so did I. To please my social circle, I was quite cold to Haley for some time. It was easy to do because she wasn't the easiest to get along with anyways. I once asked Haley to be my duet partner for the school talent show, and she agreed. However, my friends and my mom didn't approve of me doing the duet with her because they felt Haley hadn't proved herself to be a godlier person.
Hmm.
I told Haley that I couldn't do it because I didn't have time to practice with her. She didn't seem to believe and kept pressing for a real reason. Eventually, I told her the truth and revealed that some people in my group said bad things about her. Haley asked who they were, but I refused to tell her. I didn't want to make my friends look bad. Haley cried about it and didn't try to talk too much to us in church. Me and my group started trying to include Haley more in conversations to make her feel better. However, we still kept our distance, and I really said anything when one of my friends insulted Haley to her or behind her. Haley was rather calm and collected in school and church, so what she did next shocked me. She called me and my friends to the church gym and started to confront us. She calmly but angrily asked if we had said anything about her. My friends all declined and asked her what she was talking about. After ranting at us about hypocrisies and self righteous people, she got angrier as she asked us who talked shit about her. Those people tried to deny, but Haley saw through them. Eventually, I spoke up and confessed that these were the people. The people called out began to criticize Haley for what she wrote, which caused her to snap and yell at the people to call them holier than thou pricks and conniving snakes. I stood up for those people and told Haley that they tried to include her. I admitted that we were being unfair, but told her not to hold anything against us. She told me that because we held her actions against her, she would not let us off the hook. Haley turned to me and said, "You're not just an asshole, you're a cowardly asshole as well." Am I though?
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's I don't know. It's like it's hard with that situation. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. It's very
You can tell that they're kids.
yeah. That's why it's like I mean they don't know better, so I wouldn't say they're an asshole.
I knew better.
But I mean, okay, we grew up differently though.
I grew up getting bullied.
Yeah. So
OP does comment a lot and goes, so one of the things that they say is, "I don't remember everything called us, but her words for us were not very kind and made us feel hurt and offended. One guy in my friend group even expressed his hurt to Haley." What worse things could you say? Haley was quite harsh in her criticism, also called us sons of bitches and said our mothers were pigs and lipstick.
Jesus Christ. What an insult. What an insult.
I like that insult.
That's
Listen,
crazy.
that is an insult.
Damn, bro.
So somebody said, "I still don't get why Haley got into trouble for writing a very common teenage sentiment of wanting sex is normal, it's human, it's what your hormones tell you you want, you know, it's the okay bullying." OP responded and said she wrote it at the wrong place and the wrong time. Also, she teased my friend and held the book up to his face. Bad timing and inappropriate behavior.
Yeah, kind of. Because I mean, like, you can't really do that if you're, especially if you're young too. Like, if you're in school doing that shit, that's not supposed to be happening. You know, you're not supposed to do that. So it's we know what happens, but like, you're not. That's no.
So OP was the one who actually so OP not OP, Haley actually responds. So, "Hiya, Haley here. You're the asshole. You and your friends and your friends' parents are 100% in the wrong here. Your group has allowed boys to get away with publicly making sexual and inappropriate jokes, but decides to judge me for a notebook comment. That ain't holiness. That's blatantly hypocrisy. Your mom seems awfully exclusionary and seems to care more about how she appears to her church friends than how the kid she's raising is being towards others. The most she and the most in your circle can get towards being kind to unpopular people is being fake to their face. Your friends are so self-righteous and talk smack about people who don't behave in a way you guys find acceptable. Y'all talked mad shit about a teen boy in our school for listening to rap music and using incognito windows. This holier than thou hypocrisy needs to end. I'm sick and tired of your friends and their judgmental, cliquish, two-faced behavior. So disappointed in you, the parents, and your friends. You guys are the reason I left church. By the way, I snapped at you and your friends because you kept dodging my questions and lying." OP responded and go, "My friends and mom and their moms didn't handle it the best, but you seem like you just wanted to attack us. Your yelling at us made us low-key frightened." So this just seems like Haley responded after a shit ton of ridicule, and OP is now playing the victim card.
Yeah, which I mean, like, I don't know. It's a weird subject, you know, but
I think so. What I will say is the parents are completely in the wrong.
Yeah, 100%. They should know better.
Why the fuck are you going after a child?
Yeah, I don't know why that. I don't think the parents should have been doing what they did. So no matter what, the parents are always going to be in the wrong because they're supposed to be setting an example for these children, you know?
Which is probably why these children are acting the way they're acting.
Yeah, because they
Let's be
see how
honest.
hypocritical their parents can be, so they were like, okay, we can do the same.
Also,
And then we can, whatever.
why was it that big of a deal that she wrote, I want to have sex in? You know what I mean?
It was in church that it happened?
No, in school. Like in her school journal.
Is it like a yeah, but you said the time and the place. Like she had said it was a wrong time and place, right?
Yeah, but I feel like she would have said that for anything.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, so if you're showing or teasing somebody in like church, it's definitely frowned upon
Here's the
there.
thing. Opie changed her story. So originally she said that she was covering it with her arm like this.
And then she was saying that
And then
put
she
it in
was
the
saying
dude's
that she was
face.
like holding it up like this to him.
Yeah.
So I think in the original story is kind of how it happened, where it was like this, rather than her
And the
holding
dude
it
just
up in
saw
the
it.
guy's face.
Yeah. So the guy just basically saw it. He looked at something he wasn't supposed to look at, basically.
Basically, yeah.
And
then she literally said, hold on, where
ripped the whatever out.
Yeah, so she teased my friend by covering the book with her forearm. He ended up snatching the book and seeing what she wrote. So he took the book. So she covered it. That's not teasing.
No.
That's hiding.
Saying, don't fucking look at my shit.
That's literally going, this is mine. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
And then when you, like, whatever.
Yeah, no. Opie and her entire group are in the wrong for sure. They're fucking assholes. It's just fucking. It's a clique ganging up on one person. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Which
are you ready for this next one?
Needs to change. Yeah.
So this is on relationship advice. So I, male 35, found a great girl, female 28, whose child is a spoiled brat.
Wait, what? You're male 35. What? Female 35? What was it?
I, male 35, found a great girl, female 28, whose child is a spoiled brat.
Okay. Yeah. How old's the child?
We're going to get into it.
Okay.
So to give a little background, I've been dating this woman for about 3 months. She's everything I like, really pretty, supportive, easy to talk to, not really high maintenance, good at sex, etc. The type to text me in the morning to make me breakfast before work. And since I work so much, she'll even take care of the errands for me while I'm at work, like laundry and stuff. She's a complete sweetheart. The problem is she is a 4-year-old who, quite frankly, is a spoiled piece of shit. Early on in the relationship, I didn't have to deal with or see her kid at all. I have 2 jobs. I'm running a small business. So I'd really like be with her before work or between jobs. Given how sour the dating pool is right now, I felt like I really found a diamond in the rough. But last week, I had to have knee surgery and have been pretty much bedridden. I have to wait 2 weeks from the surgery date to remove my knee brace, and she's been here almost every day helping me through the process. But she's had to bring her daughter, and her daughter is really the spawn of Satan. No manners whatsoever, basically won't listen unless threatened by her mother, and she really does so when she's really pissed her off. And it takes a lot to piss her off. Literally 30 minutes ago, her daughter woke up from a nap, ran to sit on her mother's lap, and just farted all over her as loud as hell with no consequences. I bought her pizza and she literally refused to say thank you.
It's a child.
And I feel like she enables all this behavior. It's never, may I please have, it's always, I want. Yesterday, she cooked dinner for all 3 of us. She finished it and demanded cake. Her mother's birthday was recently, so we still have some cake. She got the cake and finished it, then came back out and demanded chips. I bought myself a snack box. She obviously said no. Then I made a small bet with her, a quarter for every time she comes back out asking for chips again. She came out every 10 minutes. She owes me $3.
A child?
There's still more. When her mom went to the store, her daughter started running around and I told her to calm down. She started staring me down like, the fuck you gonna do? I was like, so you don't like me? And she said no. So I made her go in the room, having to threaten to tell her mom. And when her mom tells her no, it's always pounding and foot stomping and asking for chips every 10 minutes. And she's so drained from having to deal with her, but wants more kids. And now she's drawn all over my bedroom floor with a crayon. She's not going to make her clean it up. She's going to do it, which I don't approve of at all. She's made the mess. She should clean it up. I'm too old to have beef with a toddler. I like the mom a lot, but I can't help but wonder if the bad ass kid is enough of a deal breaker for me to call it quits. Because truthfully, I don't like her either. With a bunch of laughing emojis. 4.
First of all, this is a fucking 4-year-old.
4.
The 4-year-old does not know, like, they might know a little bit, but they don't have the knowledge to know about manners, to know about saying thank you fully, unless the parent's like, what do we say when we receive something?
You have to, like, exactly.
Yeah.
Also, he's mad at her for putting crayons all over his floor, but you sent her into a room unsupervised.
Yeah. Like, what do you think a child's going to do?
What? Like, what?
Destroy it.
I don't think that the child is spoiled at all.
No,
This
it's not.
This is a normal child.
It's a single mother, too. Like,
Also, good on this mom. I guarantee you she's trying to break generational curses. I guarantee you she's trying to do gentle parenting.
I don't know
And
about
also,
that. Because she said she won't yell at her unless, like, she's really irritated or something, right? I just think that should be common anyways, yeah.
I think it should be common too. That's what I'm saying. Good on her. But can we also just bring up the fact in the beginning he went, she's everything I like, really pretty, supportive, easy to talk to, not really high maintenance, good at sex,
old fashioned,
takes care of errands for me, laundry.
So he wants to live back in the 50s.
You don't want a wife, you don't want a girlfriend, you want a maid.
Mm-hmm. You want a maid that'll have sex with you. That's
essentially.
So, which, I mean, like, just if you clearly don't want kids, dude.
Why are you with somebody that has a child?
Like, even if you had a child, even if you were somehow to, get a girl pregnant, you and your child would be the spawn of Satan, you piece of shit.
Hold on, because this comment literally was just what we talked about. I found a great bang maid, but I hate her kid, OP.
Yeah.
So the top comment is, mate, you're having a lot of fun while laughing, crying emojis about all the comments telling you to bow out, but you're the one who posted on here looking for a relationship advice. You don't like the kid. You don't seem to see your girlfriend as a particular important as a personality. You aren't doing them any favors, stringing them along. They're a package deal. I'm certain she'll find someone better suited. I'm trying to find comments for.
Yeah, I'll go talk to her. Tell me her name, bro. I'll go talk to her. Fuck it.
DJ finds the love of his life through Reddit.
I'm okay with kids.
Somebody goes, that's literally just a 4-year-old being a 4-year-old. It's normal for the older child to be jealous that mommy isn't giving you 100% of the attention. But at your age, that jealousy is a feature, not a... 3, you don't want a girlfriend. You want a mommy bang maid.
Like, what the fuck, bro?
Somebody said, I found the perfect servant who also gives me sex and I don't have a kid. I don't even have to pay her, but she has a 4-year-old who's behaving like a 4-year-old. How do I get rid of the kid?
Also, all right. So where is the other parent in this situation, though?
We don't know.
He
We
doesn't
don't have
mention
the
anything.
girlfriend's point of view on this.
I'm surprised he
They've
didn't
also
mention
only
anything
been
about like,
together for 3 months.
huh?
Yeah, him and this girl have only been together for 3 months.
She needs to leave him already.
Oh yeah. I'm wondering if he's shown these signs to her. I
Probably not.
really hope that because like for the first like 3 to 6 months, you can kind of like hide who you are as a person in a
Kinda.
relationship.
No, you do hide who you are, technically.
You do. It's the natural. It's not
Everybody does.
even. It's just like a thing that everyone does. It's not even like on purpose most of the time.
Yeah, it's to
Sometimes
protect
it is,
yourself.
and fuck you assholes.
It's to
This
protect
this
yourself.
this
That's
is a
why.
purposefully hiding motherfucker
Mm-hmm.
right here. But yeah, only 3 months. And if he hasn't shown these signs yet,
Oh,
then
he'll show
she's
him.
not gonna see it. I hope that somebody in her life sees this post and sends it to her.
But I mean, it's not guaranteed that they'll know it's about her and her daughter.
Oh, you'll be surprised. Reddit be doing some shit.
All right,
There's
well,
this
Reddit needs to find this mother and send her my way. No, I'm just joking.
leave.
You want me to get out? Why? This guy needs to get out. What you mean?
You sound, do I need to get the church people from story 1?
No, what you mean, bro? I'm not
Shit,
doing it because, like, bruh, one, let's be honest. I've been fucking single for way too long.
5 years?
No, not 5 years. Like
I've been
3.
with Lonnie for 4.
Yeah, not
And
5 years. I dated somebody in 2020.
who did you date?
I don't want to talk about it.
No, pause. Who did you date?
I don't want to talk about it.
Who did you date?
I dated a mom that had 2 kids.
Oh yeah,
You
you
know
did tell
the
me this.
Filipino girl?
Never mind.
Yeah.
We've already went over
Yeah,
this.
the one that cheated on me.
Yeah.
Again? God, I'm tired of that shit. I can't find a girl that don't cheat, bro. Every single one.
Hey.
I can't find a girl that
Oh.
don't cheat. What do you mean, A? Every
Well, you
single
said they
one.
all cheat. I thought you were talking about girls in general. And I was like, sir.
No, I said I can't. Because, I mean, I could say names, but I ain't going to.
So I know this guy didn't ask if he was the asshole, but he's an asshole.
Yeah, no, he's a piece of shit.
He's an asshole.
He deserves to be single forever. That's why him and I should switch spots. I'm just saying.
I'm so done with you.
I'm just saying.
I'm so done with you.
I mean,
I
I'm just
mean,
saying.
are you ready for the next one?
I mean, no, I'm ready for that man to lose that girl so I can swoop in.
Anyways, am I the asshole for going on a trip with my family that my wife isn't going on?
What?
Do you need me to repeat
Yes,
it?
already. No, I don't even need to hear the rest. You're a fucking asshole.
Recently, my parents surprised me, 26 male, and my siblings, 16 and 19, with a ski trip this December, the day after Christmas. My parents offered to pay for my expenses and said that my wife, 24, was welcome to come, but she would need to pay her way. My wife and I are okay financially, but with the trip being so close to Christmas, we wouldn't be able to afford to pay for her to go. Despite this, I really wanted to go on the trip, as it's always been a dream of mine to go on a trip like this. My family grew up dirt poor until I was about 15 when my parents' business took off, and now they are extremely comfortable and can afford to pay for trips like this for us. They could certainly afford to pay for my wife to go also, but they've always been this way when it comes to paying for things for me versus my wife. My parents thinks it's only fair for me to pay for me when we go out to eat or on trips because they are still paying for my siblings. I don't ask them to, but it's nice to save money on every trip. They will pay my way, room, board, excursions, meals, etc. While my wife was expected to pay her way. This started before we were married. This has always bothered my wife, especially after we got married, and they still excluded her. So in these past 2 years since we got married, so I tried to limit the trips since they bother her so much. But this is a once in a lifetime trip for me, so I thought she would be supportive of me going. But she's very upset and hurt. She wants to go on the trip, but like I said, we just can't afford it, which she understands. She told me she does want me to have this experience, but she is sad because she thinks my parents purposefully excluded her. Am I the asshole for choosing to go on the trip and leave her behind? I still have time to cancel my parents, but I know that they would be sad.
Okay. One, you're the oldest of the kids. So it don't matter. It's understandable if you're not paying for him anymore when you're still paying for the kids that are in high school for their food and all that shit. He can pay his own bill.
One's high school and one's either like working or in college or something like that because they're 19.
Okay, well, it should stop up at a certain age.
Yeah.
You're not paying for your kids for every fucking meal you take them out to. Like, unless you're like offering to take them out to a meal, yeah. And then if
Which
you're offering to have them bring their significant others, yeah, pay for them too. Or tell them, hey, you're paying your own bill.
here's my thing. If OP and his wife have kids, will they pay for those grandkids?
Probably not. No, actually, no, they probably will, but they still won't pay for the wife.
Why is the wife not family? That's what I want to know.
Assholes.
No,
the parents don't like her.
Literally, he says, I'm going on a trip with my family that my wife isn't going on. Why is your wife not your family? You chose her.
Mm-hmm.
You married her.
I'm saying his parents don't like her, though. So,
no, that's very obvious. It's a very weird mentality to have of like, I don't even know.
Like, I'm sure.
Pay your way. Like, I get it if you like didn't grow up with a lot, like neither one of us did, but like it was never a like pay your way.
Mm-mm.
That's just weird to me.
I mean, still, technically, it's not really pay my way if like my family offers to take me out to eat.
No.
Or taking me on trips or anything like that, too.
I was going to say, my dad, if I went on a family trip with my dad, me and Lonnie would have to pay for ourselves, but also we're both adults with like good careers.
Mm-hmm.
So like us having to pay for a trip isn't like that outlandish.
No.
So top comment. So you are well aware that your parents are intentionally excluding your wife, and apparently this is definitely not the first time, and you don't understand why she's so hurt and upset about this, especially when it's during Christmas. Think about it, dude. Think real hard. You're the asshole.
Yeah, just a little bit.
You really think your parents don't know what they're doing here? Save up and do a similar trip with your wife as a couple if it's that important to you. Or if your wife is that important to you.
Mm-hmm.
You're the asshole. Either she's family to your parents or she isn't, and she clearly isn't. and you're seriously the asshole to your wife by letting your family continuously exclude her. They should either be paying for both of you, or you and your wife should be covering for the two of you. That's the other thing that really gets me fucked up. They don't just pay for his food, DJ. Boarding, excursions, rooms,
Oh, I know.
like all of it when they go on trips.
That's
And
what
she
don't
doesn't
make
pay
sense
for
to me.
herself.
That's why I'm just like, that's
Do
no.
they wait? Do they not stay in the same room?
Good question.
Because he's saying they pay for his room and board, excursion, and meals. Which also, if you're doing a week-long trip, food alone can like add up. But like,
Unless you're doing grocery shop, like you got a fridge and a kitchen and all that shit.
well, yeah, I mean that's what we did when we went down to Florida. We got a room with a.
If I'm staying for like a week somewhere, I'm doing that. I'm not going out to eat.
No,
I might
I'm
go
not
out to eat
either.
like
But like,
maybe
if you're
twice.
going overseas,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're going to another country, it's a little bit harder to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, are they not staying in the same room? Like, where are they going? Like, how are they splitting this up cost wise then if they're staying in the same room?
Yeah, because I don't think if they just add one more person, because they're just paying for the room for the night.
Yeah, they're just paying for the room. So I don't know.
So I don't know
I
why they
think
can't join. Like you'd basically just be paying for the boarding pass, and then if it's a resort, like are they talking about like ski resort or like what?
He just says a ski trip. He
Okay,
doesn't
so then you would
say.
pay for the ski passes, the boarding pass, like the flight to and there or wherever you're doing to get there, and then food.
I think that there's a lot going on between. I would love to hear from the wife's side about all of this because it's very clear that the parents do not like his wife.
Yeah.
And I don't like what's going on there. We're missing clearly an asshole. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
I mean, to be fair though, if I'm the wife in this situation, I wouldn't have gotten married to this guy if I knew.
I wouldn't
If
have
one,
either.
they like my significant others and defending me to the parents the entire time of our relationship. Why the fuck would I marry that person?
And you know what's kind of really messed up is she probably thought that this would all stop once they got married because then they would be family.
Yeah, but
they're not.
That's
like
not, that's
to
not
the
gonna be the case.
parents, to his parents, they're still not family.
Yeah, because I don't know, it's weird. So I don't know. I wouldn't have married into that family.
I wouldn't have either personally.
Because if that family's gonna treat me like shit, like eventually you're gonna treat me like shit too. Like already technically you did by leaving me alone the day after Christmas, which means you're probably not gonna be back New Year's Eve. Like,
ooh, yeah.
so you're gonna
But
be
they said it was
out.
around Christmas and that's why they couldn't afford it. So it probably
they said they were leaving the day after on the 26th. And if you're going to a ski resort, unless you're going there for like only 3 days.
they didn't.
I thought it did.
He's 26.
I thought they said they were leaving the day after Christmas.
My wife and I are okay financially, but with the trip being so close to Christmas, we wouldn't be able to afford her to go.
With the trip being so close to Christmas?
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about when the trip is?
Mm-mm. It just says that it's really close to Christmas, but also like it probably would be either right before Christmas or right after Christmas. And I'm feeling like mostly probably right after Christmas because that's usually when people do like
I wouldn't
a
be leaving
small
Christmas.
trip.
Yeah, I'm not going to leave her before Christmas. Especially one, I'm most likely still working up until Christmas Day. Like
most people do.
Yeah. Or at least the day, like unless it's like on a fucking weekend.
Unless you have like kids, usually like you don't. I did this year, but like usually I don't take off around Christmas because you still need coverage in the office, and I kind of just want to let the people that have kids have time with their families.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. This dude's a fucking raging asshole, though.
The fact that
I
he's
would get
condoning
divorced
his
over
parents'
this.
fucking behavior, yeah.
I would get divorced over this.
I just wouldn't have gotten married, but yeah, I
I
probably
wouldn't
would
have
get
gotten
divorced
married,
too.
but they're married. So I would divorce over this.
Yeah.
I say leave his ass.
I'd say while he's on the trip, go to the fucking talk to a lawyer. Get
Yep.
some paperwork. You said you can't afford it
Oh,
right now? Okay, you definitely ain't gonna be affording this.
You know what I do? I'd be like, okay, you know what? You're right. I'm overreacting.
Mm-hmm.
Go on your trip, babe. It's fine. Go on your trip. Go on your trip. Don't worry about me. It's fine. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Just call up a lawyer. So I need to talk about divorce
Mm-hmm.
proceedings. And I'd move all of my shit out. He'd come home to nothing. The divorce papers would be sitting right on the kitchen counter, and I'd be gone.
Yeah. Because that's wild.
You can move out in a day.
I mean, unless you like need to pack everything, like unless it's like a legit shit ton of stuff.
I moved the entire house up from up there
Mm-hmm.
to in a day to down here.
Did you already have stuff pre-packed?
No. I lied to my mother. I said I did. I had
How
maybe
many
2
people were
boxes.
working on it though?
Oh, my mom hired a moving company.
Okay, well that's different. That's 100% different.
She's very mad at me.
She might not be able to afford a moving company,
She might not.
considering it's around Christmas. So
And she can't afford this trip. But guess what you got? You got a friend in me.
I'm gonna lose my shit the next time you pull something like that.
Do it. I dare you.
There's some good popcorn. You want some? It's real good.
I got some downstairs.
Should get some. It's great for stories like this.
You this one might enrage you a little bit, so buckle up.
Do I need some alcohol?
No.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for reward?
You want an English? You want an English more?
Am I the asshole for rewarding
Okay.
my son with a pricey gift for getting good grades, but not the rest of my kids? My son, 14 male, has been struggling in school for a bit. My daughters, 15 and 16, have always been passing students. Oh, sorry, I have to burp.
Bless you.
We got my son a tutor, and so far it's been going really well. When I started to see some improvement, I made a deal with him that if he kept his average above a 3.2 by the end of the semester, I would get him any item of his choosing. And he told me that he wanted to see these Travis Scott shoes. The semester ends for my son on Friday, and his average so far is coming out to be around a 3.35. So I went on and decided to get his shoes early, and I gave him the shoes a couple hours ago. He was really happy, and I just wanted to reward him for doing well. I thought it wouldn't be an issue, especially since I informed my wife of my plans beforehand, but now she's complaining about me favoring him and being unfair to our daughters. My argument to that is that they always get good grades, and I just wanted to give my son a little motivation to get his grades up. My wife said that I have shown signs of favoritism in other ways too. She said I have taken my son on days and just as dedicated to him, and I, which is weird because I do this with my daughters too, just less often. My daughters also began asking me why he got something, but they didn't. And I explained to them how he struggles and that they are good students either way. They didn't accept my reasoning, and they've been giving me the cold shoulder since.
Or shock.
So, Reddit, am I the asshole here? I don't
Yes.
think I am.
No, you're completely the asshole. Be a better father. The fuck?
Yeah.
The hell? You should know. First of all, usually a father favors the daughters more than the fucking sons. They usually fight with the sons more than the fucking daughters.
This is clear favoritism.
Like, the fact that your son got a 3.35 and you got the shoes early, bitch, you know damn well your son could have done that shit.
You know what this reminds me of?
I
So
could have
in
done that shit back in the day if I really wanted to. I just didn't want to.
I graduated high school early. That's not what this story is about. So in college, I was going to college for my undergrad the same time that my stepbrother was.
Mm-hmm.
My stepbrother was a business major. I am a STEM major.
Mm-hmm.
I got so excited because I passed physics with a C.
Mm-hmm.
Physics is fucking hard. If
Mhm.
you don't know, physics is fucking difficult. First of all, it's the science of invisible moving objects.
Yeah.
It's moving math. No. The answer is
Like what?
no, right there off the bat.
Oh god, if I can talk. Centrifugal force and shit like that.
Yeah, no, fuck all that shit.
Mhm.
Okay? Fuck it. You know, my stepdad looked at me one day and went, my son made the dean's list. He got a 4.0 this semester. Why can't you do that? Well, sir, I'm working 3 fucking jobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I am taking difficult classes. I am taking physics, organic chemistry, computer science. I don't know shit about computers.
Oh, well,
I was also taking some other biology classes. I can't remember off the top of my head. I just remember I was taking organic 2 and physics together. And some computer science class that was really difficult for me because I didn't understand anything. But
I don't like that does that.
shut up.
No, when I'm like trying to get the kernels out right there. And it does the whole entire it's like,
But it's like, I understand the daughter's thing of like, I always got good grades.
Mhm.
That was never really an issue. But like, if they're constantly doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're taking your son out all the time for like,
yeah,
father-son bonding, but you're not doing that with your daughters, you're a fucking asshole.
mm-hmm. You shouldn't be showing clear favoritism. Like you should, like, let's be honest. Every parent does have a favorite.
Every parent has a fucking favorite.
They're not gonna admit it. They do. Don't get me wrong. They do love all of their children.
I got my grandmother to admit that I was her favorite.
Her favorite granddaughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aren't you the only granddaughter?
No, her favorite grandchild.
I thought it was granddaughter specifically that they said.
No. I got her to admit that I'm her favorite grandchild.
For the longest time, I was the favorite grandson. Until I was not the only grandson anymore. Only took like 15, 16 years.
Who?
Huh?
Who?
One of my uncles had a son.
Oh, I forgot. I
What do you
forgot
mean?
that you have aunts and uncles.
Yeah. What the hell?
Your family alone is so big.
Okay, well, first of all,
am I wrong?
I have 2 of my sisters aren't married into, or um like I claim I have 8 sisters. 2 of them aren't like stepsisters and aren't like biological. Because I mean, you're one of them,
I was gonna say I'm one of them.
and then I have another friend, Jess, that's also one of them. So, but then I got 4 biological and then 2 stepsisters.
I was mainly
And
talking about your
then
4 biological sisters.
what do I have? I have 2 brother-in-laws, basically brother-in-law,
I just don't understand how he doesn't get that he's the asshole.
because he's stupid.
I do stuff with my daughter. Sure, it's not as often, but it doesn't mean anything.
That alone
I
should have
acknowledge
told him
they
he's an
exist.
asshole.
What more do you want? Dude, what is your definition of favoritism? Because it sure isn't everyone else's.
Mm-hmm.
And then somebody else responds and goes, and how much you want to bet when he does things with his daughters, it includes all of them at the same time, and even often the son. I bet you the son is the only one that ever gets actual one-on-one time with his dad. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, OP. OP does not correct them. You're the asshole. My dad did this. I was the child who always got good grades. I know my dad loves me. I also know that he will always choose to help my siblings over me while expecting me to take care of myself because I can. He'll give me a nice speech about how strong I am, but no help or attention, which I no longer even ask for. I know where I stand. Your kids will too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, like you can't.
My siblings all think I'm the favorite.
You kind of are.
No, I'm not.
Who do you think is the favorite?
You really want me to answer that?
You're editing this week. You can cut that out.
I don't want to cut it out.
Okay, then say it.
Who do I think? My opinion. The oldest. I don't want to say names. That's why.
I'm my mom's favorite.
Everyone thinks that I'm my mom's favorite, but
I would have guessed
I really
that.
think it's the oldest. My oldest sister. Since I only have sisters, so I think it's her.
I'm my stepmom's favorite. I'm everyone's favorite daughter because I'm the only daughter.
I don't think I'm the favorite for any parent. I think. I don't know. I just wouldn't say I'm the favorite for either parent. I think it'd be one of the first 2 that were born.
Okay, so.
Oh, go ahead.
What was that?
The kernel wasn't fully popped.
Ow. So this one is on Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for not participating in my fiance's weird Christmas underwear tradition?
No. No, you're not. Continue.
This year, I celebrated Christmas with my fiance's family for the first time. Before we went to my fiance's parents' house, my fiance warned me that his parents usually come short in the amount of food they cook for Christmas dinner, and that there's often not enough for everyone. What I didn't expect, though, was to be expected to participate in the family's weird tradition. Apparently, they have a long-standing tradition where instead of drawing straws, they'll throw all their underwear in a bin, then and then go actively take turns wearing a blindfold and drawing a pair of underwear from the pile, and drawing the smallest pair of underwear correlates to drawing the shortest straw. I had never heard of this tradition, so I felt blindsided when right before Christmas dinner, My fiance's mom yelled out that it was time to pull the straws to decide the order of who got to plate up their food
Pull the
first
draws.
in case there wasn't enough for everyone. At first, I thought the family was joking when they announced this. So I laughed, which made my fiance get real defensive. I volunteered to get my food last so I wouldn't have to participate, but my fiance just got more annoyed and asked me to just try to be a bit more agreeable. The whole thing was just kind of weirding me out. So I called an Uber and went home. Now things are real tense between me and my fiance since he now says I made a bad impression, acting like I was too good for the family tradition. Am I the asshole? Why in the world?
Wait, was it a female or I don't
This
remember.
is a female.
Okay.
Why in
No,
the
that's definitely
world?
weird, bro.
No. I have questions. One, they always run out of food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So shouldn't you know that next year you should buy more food for everyone?
Or make more food or
Yeah, or
anything.
something like that. Two, why was that the thing that he felt the need to warn her about? Not the underwear, but that they might run out of food.
Also, what family pulls draws? Like,
Women have discharge.
it's not
Men
even just
don't
that,
wash
bro.
their
Like,
balls.
why are you trying to touch your other family members' drawers?
Are you smelling them? Like I have.
I'm confused. Also, how are you measuring them too? How are you measuring the length?
So,
Are you like cut them in half and then try to figure it out? The fuck? Or hold up. Are you using drawers that were recently worn? Like right
okay.
now?
So, it's not that the smallest person doesn't get to eat. It's that the person who draws the smallest pair of underwear, eyes closed or blindfolded, who potentially doesn't get to eat.
They just don't
So
get to eat.
it's whoever has the smallest pair of underwear.
Yeah, whoever pulls the smallest pair of underwear.
Yes.
Yeah, but like, were you recently wearing that underwear?
Yes, it
How
is
did
the
you know to bring some?
it's the underwear that you're wearing.
Yeah, that's trifling as shit, bro. Because then you all mixing each other's like draws and that's nasty, bro.
So somebody goes, info, where does this underwear come from? Please say from an unopened pack of new undies. Nope. Yeah. Apparently, it's a long-standing tradition that whenever the family wants to pull straws to settle something, they all just use their current underwear.
That's trifling.
Another person goes, any normal person, Tammo would be too good for this fucked up family tradition. Your fiance needs to know that this isn't remotely sane or acceptable. Tell him we all said it's loony, not the asshole. OP responds and goes, he insists that it's very common and that all his friends did this with their families growing up too. I'm concerned now.
Y'all live in a cult? What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
I'm concerned. I am concerned.
Your neighborhood, screw you, bro. Your parents grew up swingers. Fucking
that's
keys in a jar type fucking parties, bro.
Your friends. Top comment. What the fuck, not the asshole. This doesn't seem like it could possibly be real, but I also don't know how you came up with this, so I'm inclined to believe you. 1, it's gross as fuck to have to touch other people's dirty underwear. Even more so when they're not people directly related to you or particularly close to.
Also, bro, why you also want if you got brothers or like parents or whatever, why you want your parents touching your girl's drawers?
2, it's weird and embarrassing to have your underwear on display for everyone. Plus, imagine your underwear being the smallest or largest pair, or having a weird period stain on it, or discharge. My in-laws should never see my underwear, and I don't know if I'd feel worse about them seeing the tiny, sexy ones, or the more full coverage ones that I wear on my period. That's a very good point.
Facts. That's weird.
I
Like,
know.
get toothpicks, something,
Thank
anything
you.
else.
Thank you.
Fucking slices of paper.
Three. They have to know this is not a normal thing. You could have and should have been warned. That's what I'm still stuck on. Why did he warn her about the food but not the underwear?
Hey, rock, paper, scissors. Anything.
4. This problem could have been easily fixed by them simply making more fucking food or asking guests to bring a dish to share so there would be enough to go around. Once again, not the asshole. I would have noped right the fuck out of there too. And if I were you, I would tell your fiance that I am too good for their family tradition because honestly, it's weird and trashy.
Hold up. They sound like some Malcolm in the Middle type family, bro. And the oldest brother is bringing somebody home. That's what it sounds like, bro.
Right? Underwear? Like, do they have to each individually go into the bathroom? Oh my God, everybody sees your underwear. Everybody knows which pair is yours. How do you get your underwear back? How do you get your underwear back?
I wouldn't even want it back at that
I
point.
wouldn't either.
I'd just be like, all right, you can toss that shit.
Somebody would have said, I go commando. And I also brought some extra dishes so there's enough food to stop this foolishness. But that's the thing. There are people that do go commando. Mm-hmm. I know girls that if they're wearing leggings, they will not wear underwear.
Because they don't want to have that, like, whatever.
Yeah. But it's like...
Which is understandable.
That's so weird. So overall vote was not the asshole.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't be the asshole. Your fiance is the asshole. And your fiance's family is creepy as shit.
That's one of the weirder traditions that I've heard of.
You should see that and get the fuck out.
Run away.
Kind of like that person.
Would you end a relationship over this?
Yes.
100%.
Especially if that person's getting angry with me that I'm upset about that. 100%. I'm gonna be like, all right, I see where you're coming from, and is your family tradition. It's not a family tradition I'm trying to be a part of. So
would you have left?
Myself out.
Would you have left?
Yeah. The fuck?
Home?
Because first of all, even if I was like, I'll offer to go last, even though I was like that, I don't want to go last because I don't want. Are they washing their hands afterwards? Because, bro, I don't want to touch no food that they fucking touch, bro.
Also, why are you not cooking enough food?
That's what confuses me. Like, my family's just like, you know what? Everybody gets their own dishes to make.
Literally same. Like, we all bring our own dish to dinner.
I mean, like, a dish I want to make, but I can't make because I'm not supposed to.
I don't get dishes because I haven't proven myself yet. So.
You haven't proven yourself to make dishes?
Talking about from my dad's side.
So? What'd you make that one time? Oh, what's that favorite thing that... Oh, wait. Hold up. You owe me 2 meals.
I do owe you 2
meals. You owe me 2 meals still. Jambalaya.
Okay. I want to make jambalaya again anyways.
I want that.
Okay, when are you coming over?
It's gonna have to be Fridays now. Because I'm only gonna have off on Friday. Well, unless they give me a random day during the week off or during the weekend off.
They might.
It's possible. Or like I request off for like an entire week or something. But usually if I'm requesting off for an entire week, it's because I'm going up to see my niece.
So next friends gathering, I'm gonna draw straws. It's gonna be underwear.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna be like, yeah, sorry, I can't make it. I'm at work. My bad. I'm so serious. Like, I'm not gonna be there. First of all, I'm trying to think. there's only 3 of us that are guys.
Yeah.
So really, that's on y'all. Like, yeah, I don't see one person being okay with doing that.
I don't either.
I think, okay, there is one person I can see being okay with doing that.
Kabir.
No,
Who?
I would not think Kabir. No, definitely not Kabir. Well,
Ivy.
huh?
Ivy.
That's the only one. That's the only one I can see being like, this is weird, but I mean, I'm down.
Fuck it.
Well,
And that was. I forgot our podcast name. You're being too loud.
and that's the end of episode 4 of You're Being Too Loud. Thank y'all for joining us, and we will see you on episode 5. Thanks, and have a good rest of y'all's day.
You're going to keep that in, aren't you?
Oh, 100%.